Hi, how you doing? I'm Ross Anthony Williams from Detroit, Michigan. I'm 24 years old, born in the summer, July 17th. Summer babies are the best babies. Current team is Fribourg Olympic, out here in Switzerland, point guard, shooting guard, and I'm 5'10". My first sport was actually soccer, or football, as y'all call it. But yeah, I played that for a long time. I tried football too, American football. So I played that for a little bit. I got hit really hard one time though, so I quit that. But I played soccer for a while up until about middle school, so like 13, 14 years old. And then after that, it was all basketball. Honestly, just being able to have a father that does exactly what you want to do. It was like a lot of blessings that come from it. So just getting to the arena with him and like watching him go through all his pregame stuff, and just watching him lift and then get his ankles taped, and then just like being in the locker room and just being around those guys that I hope to be like one day. Core memory would probably be my first time like being like on the floor. I was able to be like a ball boy, so like the little kids that like run out there and like mop the floor and like rebound the ball and stuff like that. And then the game started, and I got fell on by one of the players, big Sammy Dallenberg, still close to him to this day. So that was just like so cool for me. Everybody was checking on me to see if I was okay, but I was just like in awe. Like it was nothing cooler than that to me. And then the game actually ended up being really close, and they had like a big timeout at the end, and I like ran in the huddle like I was one of the players and was like trying to get everybody motivated, and it was just like super funny. So I would definitely say that's like a big core memory for me. That's when I really made it up in my mind, like, okay, this is like what I want to do when I get older. I went to 15 different schools growing up. I never stayed in one place longer than 2 years. So I was always the new kid at schools and stuff like that, and then just like trying to navigate and make friends too. As a freshman, I played like on the lowest level of high school basketball, like freshman basketball. As a freshman, not a lot of freshmen get to play, so I was kind of like a part of that group that got to play a little bit, but not too much. And then my sophomore year, put in a ton of work over the summer, came back, was an All-American, All-Conference at the NAIA level, and then I transferred to a Division II, and I was there in Colorado for 2 years, and I put up super good numbers there and broke some records at that school too, and then decided to bet on myself one more time and went in the transfer portal and got like the dream experience. I mean, I had a ton of college coaches calling my phone every day, taking a lot of visits and stuff like that too. Some by myself, some with my mom and my little brother, giving him a chance to see, what he should potentially be doing, when he gets to that point and gets to that age. And then finally made it, Division I, and it was everything I could have asked. But I would say definitely my biggest core memory from playing Division I basketball is being able to make it to March Madness. We ended up playing our first game in Dayton, Ohio, and I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, so all my family drove down. So being able to just have them there in the stands, and I had a super good game, and we won that game. So then we got a chance to fly on a private jet down to Alabama, and where we played the University of Alabama in Birmingham. So it was like a home game for them, but got a chance to play in front of 22,000 people. After the season was over, I went home. All my classes were online. I had got my bachelor's degree in business administration, and I was getting my master's degree, MBA in international business. So I interviewed probably maybe like 5 or 6 agents, trying to decide who I wanted to go with and everything, and then I ended up choosing my agent that I'm with now, Savag. He's based out of Switzerland, lives in Geneva, and then after that, I kind of let him do his thing, and he talked to the powers that be and talked to a few people, and never wishing bad on anybody, but Fribourg had some injuries, so they were down 2 guards and needed a replacement player to come in. So I originally signed here on a 3-month contract just to come here and play while those guys were getting back healthy. I came here and I was really struggling at first. The pro game, especially Europe, is just way different to how we play the game in the United States. But I was able to finally catch a rhythm, and I ended up playing really well. So then at the end of the 3 months, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, but then my coach called me into the office and said that they were going to extend me until the rest of the year. So then I, ended up signing my extension, and I was here for the rest of the year and won 3 championships, and the rest is history. I ended up playing NBA Summer League for the Pistons, my hometown team. It really happened through a family friend, Monty Williams. My dad, he was the previous head coach of the Detroit Pistons, so in the middle of the year, it kind of just was a conversation like, hey, like, what are your plans this summer, and would this be an opportunity that you're potentially interested in? And I, obviously jumped at the opportunity. Playing NBA Summer League and playing in the NBA is a big dream of mine. And then I shot back home to Detroit like maybe 2 weeks before we started like official mini camp. And then at that point, I was just like working out there for like 2 weeks before all the guys flew in for us to start mini camp. And then I was there, practiced, competed hard during camp, and then we left on a flight out to Vegas, and then got a chance to make my dream come true, and was out there just soaking up the experience, competing with the guys, and had a great time. Yeah, basketball ambitions first and foremost. I mean, my career is still young, so hopefully just to be able to keep playing this game for another 10 to 15 years. And then I just want to play at the highest level. So, whether that's, staying over here in Europe and hopefully making it one day to the Euro League, or, biggest dream of goal of mine is also just to get back to the United States and to play in the NBA for sure. Chris Paul is definitely somebody that I spent a lot of time with, especially when I was younger, but nowadays too, whenever we see each other, we get a chance to chop it up. Steph Curry, definitely spent some good time with him too, being able to just, chop it up with him whenever he's in town or whenever we see each other. Kevin Durant. So I definitely got a chance to hang out with some big time guys. Somebody that I spent a lot of time with this summer, Jose Alvarado, who's on the New Orleans Pelicans, and he's like a smaller guard, and definitely somebody that I look up to and hopefully can be in his position one day, but just brings a ton of energy, and just I feel like we definitely play alike. At the end of the day, I just want my career to be a winning one. I want to win as much as I can. I want to win every championship, every cup, everything that I can win. I want to win it. I want to be remembered as a winner for sure in terms of basketball. And then outside of basketball, after I'm done, I actually want to start like my own chain of like rec centers in low-income areas all across the United States. Just because like I know how important like that stuff was to me when I was younger, and not everybody is as fortunate as I was to be able to see something outside of like your circumstance and like what you're born into, because you can't really control that. So I want to be able to help kids find what they're good at, and then push them to pursue their passions. So ultimately, I just want to give back, and I just kind of want to make a difference on the younger generation.
Thank you.
Yeah,
great answers.
Thanks. I appreciate it.